Okay, so I want to talk to you today about why it's so important for you to know who you're getting into business with, right? To know who you're bringing in your circles. I remember growing up as a child, and my grandfather was so defensive and so on alert for whoever I brought in my home, because I had a female cousin who lived in the house, and of course I had my grandmother, which was his wife. And he was always vigilant, right? He would always watch people. If I had a friend come in the house, he probably watched them from our windowsill, which I lived on a major street, not like a side street where normal people have houses and live, right? I lived on like the main street. And so, you know, if you had to go to the store or the grocery store, he would normally see you. And he would watch people and see how they behave in the street, which is interesting because in underwriting today, even I don't care if it's insurance or if it's payment processing, underwriters go out and they look at your social media profiles and say, how does this person behave? Is it a get rich easy kind of person, right? Is it a person that's real flashy? Is it a person that over promises, and you know, which you can already tell it's going to be, they're not going to be able to deliver the same. And so they underwrite, they check out people's business and their financials before they approve if it's insurance you need, or if it's payment processing, even if it's a credit card, they go out and they do these things. And so this is his way of underwriting by checking people out. And so he wouldn't allow me to have many people in my house, or in his house rather, right? Which I have carried on the same principles today. And I wish I had remembered that and kept that even in the business world, because there's some things you can do to protect yourself. If someone comes into your home and they do something that you don't want them to do, there's so many things you can do. You can call the police to get them out. You can ask them to leave. Hopefully they leave, then you call the police. Or in today's time with so many people having weapons, they will take you out, right? In business, once a person gets in your business, it can be very difficult to get them out. It just depends on how everything is set up and why it's important. You know, you'd rather, they say, an ounce of prevention is worth more than a ton of cure, because you don't want to have to go through the headache of trying to get a person out of your business, trying to get a person out of your home, trying to get out of the relationship after, you know, you're 5 months pregnant, right? Or you've gotten someone pregnant who you shouldn't have gotten someone pregnant, right? So, and in your business, it's the same thing. So let's just look at it like this. I'm going to draw a simple diagram. So let's just say you have me, Kaz, right? I'm just one individual. In most cases, I know what I'm capable of, and sometimes we put in situations where we even surprise ourselves, so you can't be surprised if someone else does something that's surprising to you. And let's say you got another person, call him Sam, right? You know Sam, you've been knowing Sam for a while. Sam seems pretty chill, he seems pretty cool. You've seen him at a couple clubs or restaurants. You saw him on social media, so you think you know him because you've seen Sam's social media side. And then you have another person that Sam knows, and let's just call that person David, right? Now, you don't know David, but Sam knows David because Sam met David at an event where Sam has seen David's social media side, right? And then David knows someone, and let's just call this person Jay. So David knows Jay and brings Jay into the circle. Now, David met Jay at a fitness center. They just work out together. He doesn't really know too much about Jay outside of that, okay? And then Jay, this is the last level here, Jay brings in somebody, and this person, let's just call him Tim. Jay brings in Tim to the mix. Jay met Tim at an actual freaking nightclub, right? And they've just been cool ever since, and they go out. Tim tells Jay all the business that he does, but he doesn't really know Tim. He just knows what Tim has told him. And Tim doesn't really have social media like that. Tim is a pretty chill person. And so now you have 3 or 4 individuals here, right? And then there's one other person that comes into the mix that David brings in, right? And Kaz knows of this person. Let's just call him, this person Mark, right? And actually, you know what? Mark should be over here, but let's just leave him here for now because all of these people are still connected, right? There's a line running through everybody because somebody knows somebody. And now this is a business. Let's just call this business A, right? And then business A, the whole purpose of business A is to provide quality service, let's say quality service and sound and quality service and results, right? I don't want to say what kind of results because the results could be for music, it could be for entertainment, it could be for consulting, it could be for financial products, it could be for anything, but quality service and results for their clients, right? That's important. Now, Mark's objective may be strictly just to make money. That's it, right? Tim's objective may be strictly just to make money. right? Jay would do whatever to make money. He doesn't freaking care, right? So you got money again, right? David is kind of like on the fence, but David said, you know what, I'm in it for the money also. Sam, on the other end, Sam has already made a huge commitment for the sake of bettering his life, but also definitely wants to provide clients with quality service, results. But then Kaz wants to make money, but ethics are more important, right? Extremely important. But now you have all these people involved. Kaz has a different background, different influence. Sam wants to make money, but he's influenced by Jay and by David, right? Because these people are talking to him and influencing him. And then Tim also strictly just wants to make money, and so does Mark. So now you have Mark, Tim, David, and Jay all influencing Sam, who wants to make money, but wanted to provide quality service and results for the clients. But now the influence is kind of weighing heavy on him. So Sam is like, you know what? All I want to do is make money as well. Now, the reason I drew these up here is because it looks like everybody's connected and everyone's influencing everyone, which is absolutely true. Everyone is influencing everyone. And to untangle this when something goes wrong is a freaking nightmare. When I say a nightmare, right? Legal disputes, lying, stealing, cheating, doing whatever, saying whatever, right? Just to get the bag, just to get money. Because, and when you try to separate from all of these, now Sam has to be at odds with Jay. They both want to make money. Jay also has Tim involved, right? So now Sam has to be against Jay and Tim. And Sam has to be against David, who strictly wants to make money. And Sam has to be against Mark, who strictly wants to make money. So now there's so much pressure on Sam that he has to now separate from Kaz. Because Kaz wants to make money because they're making money, but not at the sacrifice of ethics, not at the sacrifice of principles. And as you can see here, in order to break this up, you would literally have to, it's almost like, you know, pulling off one part of your arm, because now this is a body unto itself. And in order to break up a body, you have to like actually go through surgery. So I'm hoping that this makes sense to you because, you know, sometimes, especially for Kaz, you ever heard that old saying that know your friends better than you know your enemies. Now, don't take that in the literal sense because these guys aren't necessarily enemies in the beginning. But once these people go against the ethics of what it is that you're trying to do, or they want you to sacrifice ethics in order to get money, now they become enemies just strictly based upon their character. And this is why you must know who you bring into your circle. And the beauty of business is that even if you bring these kind of people in, if you've built your house upon the rock, and I talk about this in one of the other presentations I've done, if you build your house, let's look at this as rock, big old rock, right? Big old mountain. If you build your house on rock, you can probably withstand some of this chaos and move these people away. But if you built your house on sand, I'm just make this like water, it looks the same. Sand or water, it's going to be washed away. So hopefully you see a link in the description that will help you at least understand the basis and the basics for building a strong foundation. This is why it's so important to know your numbers, because if you don't know your numbers, you absolutely do not know your business. And if you don't have a solid foundation, and this is just a level of business, that could be relationships as well. If you don't have a solid foundation, it will crumble. It's not a matter of if it will crumble, it's when it will crumble, or when those strong waves will hit your house. What kind of foundation have you built in order to withstand that? So let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, if there's something else that you think I could help you learn based upon my experience. By all means, let me know. Make sure you follow, and I thank you for tuning in. This is Khaazra. I am out.